Bror Fredrik coming at you with another video. I got a great one for you today. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to stay at Aria Sky Suites. So I'm going to take you inside. We're going to do a complete room tour, the ins and outs. And of course, if you stick around to the very end, I'm going to give you my 100% honest, unbiased opinion of what I liked, what I loved, and of course, as is my way, what I did not like. That way you can decide for yourself. Also, I'm going to do a review about Proper Eats, the quote-unquote food hall at Aria, which I had the opportunity to eat at twice. And we're going to get into all that right after this. All right, made it back to the room. Let's go check it out. All right, first up, should I show you the bathroom first? Yeah, I'll show you the bathroom first. It is what it is, but this is the guest bathroom, you know, when you have company over or whatever. And I'll also have to say, you're gonna have to forgive, it's a little lived in because I'm about to check out and been here for a couple of days. So yeah, there's a towel here and there. And this place has an echo. And this is the living room. It's really nicely appointed, I gotta say. I appreciate a lot of seating area. And the view is pretty freaking spectacular. I'll pull this away for a second, but that's not what you're here to see. Although I am going to, there you go. I'll show you some night views too. Some night view B-roll. TV is a little on the small side, but like I said in the intro, stick around till the end and I'm going to tell you everything that I liked and everything that I kind of disliked about the Aria Sky Suites. So that should be interesting. But we got our business center, AC properly set below 70 for total comfort. That's me, you do you. And I guess I kind of dig the wallpaper. The art is kind of nice, unlike the Cosmo. I'm not really feeling the Cosmo art, but, you know, it's all right. It is what it is. Again, this is the foyer. I do like the mahogany and the dark colors and motif. Again, this place is a friggin' echo chamber. What up? I see his buttons everywhere. I always put the privacy button on. I don't like having my room done up when I'm in it. Not that I spent a whole lot of time. And this is the dining room, aka command center for doing business. And this is why you get a room like that. I mean, are you gonna entertain 6 people, have dinner? No. That is business 101 taking place right there. And this one I pulled open the sheer for. Yeah, take a look this way. This would have been a great room to see the Tropicana go boom. And we got the Nomad, Park MGM, Astoria, the Veer doing its thing, Cosmo over there. And that is the forward-facing valet. Check out the large porcelain tile. Very reminiscent of my place and how I broke my shoulder. And again, you'll have to forgive the little bit of a mess here. I had coffee cups everywhere. No microwave. And that's going to be something that I talk about too. No freaking microwave. It's like, no way. You got a TV over here, no microwave. And of course, you do have a fridge. And no, they do not charge you to put stuff in there. We'll talk about that too. Interesting little sink. There is your $40 and $50 walnuts and bottles of water. I think the live plants are a nice touch too. Those are actually alive. I tend not to use the Keurig machines. You know, it's kind of is what it is. You want to see in here? All right, we'll see in here. There it is. Wow. All right, so you got your dining room, aka business center. This is pretty freaking intense. This thing must weigh, I would say, 100 pounds, maybe more. That's why it's suspended like that, but it's kind of nice. I mean, that's a little weird, that painting, but it's not ugly. Again, real plants. Dig in the real plant field and your black rocks. And I like the little Aria rugs in the center. All right. And you got your chairs. Oh, and a free Splendor. Properly set AC, 67. At night I put it on like 59. All right, and we have the bedroom. We have a lot to talk about over here. I like the seating area. This is freaking awesome. Like I said, this chair is everywhere. It's comfortable. There is my favorite travel bag, my Tumi. I have 3 days worth of clothes, undergarments, shirts, the whole bit going on. Now this bed, we're gonna have a conversation about this bed a little later, but again, you gotta stick around to the very end. But it's nice. This isn't the quietest place, I gotta say. You can definitely hear people in the hallway and other doors slamming. I don't know what this light's supposed to be. I guess it's for like selfies or something. TV, we're gonna talk about the TV later too. But I do like this, and this does provide some, sound reduction from your neighbors, just in case they're knocking boots or you're knocking boots or whatever, you don't have to hear each other. And again, got the view. It's kind of nice. I like it. You can see the airport crystal clear. You don't realize how close the airport is until you see this view. Let's check out the bathroom. And again, real plants. I don't know the exact square footage. When I find out, I'll let you know. But it's pretty big. Scale, in case you want to keep track of your weight while you're here. What up, peoples? Your TV. Again, like I said, it's a little lived in. Forgive that. But this is an echo chamber. You're gonna flip when I do something in a minute. It's got the double doors, of course, too. But I did utilize this. It's a nice spa tub. One of the things that was cool about it too was when it sensed that the water completely drained out, it blew all the jets out, so you don't have the standing water. There's lights everywhere in here. I mean, for the ladies, and I guess for the dudes too. It's a good look. I like having the mirrors surrounded by lights. Can't say that I use that, but it is what it is. And, all right, you ready? Check this out. This is the steam shower. I'm not gonna fire it up now, but check this out. Listen, I hope this comes through on the audio. All right, so you're in here taking a shower. Echo, 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 echo. This is a total echo chamber. Hello, hello, hello. My neighbors must be freaking out. I don't know. I've never heard anything like this. It's totally sealed because it's a steam shower. All you have is that little spot right there. But yeah, echo. Must have done that like 1,000 times. It's freaking awesome. And then you got your case of complimentary stuff. Ooh, that's falling apart. Yikes. Well, if you're using a steam shower, check this out. This is the laboratory. We'll talk about this too. Pretty freaking interesting. And yes, I tried it. I ain't gonna lie. I tried it. And it echoes here too. That's a little odd. That's an odd ass picture. And yeah, those are all my towels over there doing their thing. And you have one giant closet, well appointed. You got your standard safe, just like every other hotel room. Oh, I pressed something. And yes, I did wear the slippers. Yeah. But it's big. It's got room. And yes, I did. I don't know if that thing is there, but I did utilize the bathrobes. The bathrobes are pretty freaking awesome. I'll tell you, they're not as nice as the Bellagio because they're not lined, but it's like a terry cloth or whatever. Oh, damn. I left something. I knew I left something behind. You weren't supposed to see that. I don't know what these are. I guess they're just towel. I don't know what the hell they are. I've never used one of those either. But that is the echo chamber bathroom. I like it though. It's got square footage. Square footage is awesome. Let me put these away. Totally fits everything. Freaking cool. Let's have one last look around. One thing I could say, you know how well, if you know me and the channel, you know I hate obelisks. That thing can kiss my ass. Yeah. So that is, again, stay tuned. I'm going to go into a detailed review and we'll get into that right after this. So that is the Sky Suite at Aria, the one-bedroom Sky Suite. So let's head over to the studio. I'm going to give you a detailed opinion and review of both this place, my experience here, the pros and the cons, plus my experience eating over at Proper Eats. It was all right. Matter of fact, I'm heading there now too. All right, you ready? Let's head over to the studio. Back after this. All right, so we're back in my Las Vegas studio, and now it is time for my unbiased, honest review of both Proper Eats and, of course, the Aria Sky Suites. And I know you got a lot of questions. Hopefully I cover them all in this video, but if I didn't for some reason, go ahead and drop a comment. I will do my best to answer it. Now, first, I'm going to get into all the things I liked and loved. Check it out. You know me, I got a list. So forgive me if I refer to my list, but I don't want to miss anything. Like I said, first we're going to get into everything that I liked about staying there. And then we're going to get into what I did not like. And the final did not like might surprise you, but not so much if you know me. But before we get into that, again, you got to stick around to the very end. But before we get into that, I don't mean to shake my finger at you, but I'm excited about this review. Let's discuss Proper Eats, which a lot of you, I believe a lot of you have eaten there. Some of you may have not eaten there. It is their food court, almost by the convention entrance, second floor. It was typical of what you'd expect at a food hall. Now, if you know me, I am almost 100% carnivore, a little bit omnivore, just keep the, everything going properly, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to flash up some pictures as I discuss this. So I found plenty of options for me to eat. Of course, you can take the burger, tell them leave without the bun, blah, 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 all the other stuff. Okay, good. One thing you got to know, I don't know if you're prepared for or not. I was kind of prepared for, but I freaking hate kiosks. You have to go to the board and press buttons and touch the things that everyone else has their fingers all over. That's kind of gross when you're going to eat. I got to press buttons where everyone else is picking their nose and everything. That just grosses me the F out. All right. If you don't do the kiosk, you can scan the QR code, and then the menu pops up, what's open, what's closed, blah, 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 all the other stuff. Place your orders, add this, minus that. It's like building a freaking website. I hate ordering off of my phone. I hate scanning QR codes. Besides the fact that most QR codes are completely insecure and you should never be scanning them, but it's still better than touching where everyone else's boogies are and sneezes all over this freaking menu. So I'm sitting there, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and then I'm going back and then I'm editing and I'm doing all this shit in order to get my food. It is hideous. It is freaking hideous. And this is not just about the Aria. It is becoming pervasive ever since the shutdown. A lot of restaurants are like, well, for your own safety, you don't have to touch nor interact with someone. Then why the F are you asking me for a tip at the end? Okay, anyway, I digress a little bit. So I'm going through the whole procedure, all this other stuff. Okay, great. Finally get my order together, and it's like, yeah, it's going to take X amount of time, and we'll send. The first time, instead of buzzing my phone, all 10 of them that I happen to carry around. They send me an email letting me know my food is ready. Who the actual F is going to look at their email to find out if your food is ready? So the first go round, my food's sitting on the counter for I don't know how long. I finally got frustrated and I walk up and it's like, oh, Bror Fredrik. Okay. All right. This is not to say, this whole little proper eats thing is not to say that the food was not good. It was good. I'm not going to say otherwise. The food was, I wouldn't say great. I mean, it takes a lot to impress me, but a burger's a burger. I mean, people are like, oh, this burger's better than that. I don't get it. A burger's a burger, goes in here, comes out there. It's a burger. As long as it doesn't taste bad, I'm okay with it. As long as the presentation isn't nasty, I'm okay with it. So supposedly this is my first smash burger. I didn't even know what the hell a smash burger was, but now I'm making them at home. So you take the meat, you smash it down until it's thin. That way everything gets to fry. Okay. Again, I'm going to be flashing pictures throughout this whole thing. Now, besides the QR codes and doing the menu thing and plus and minus and do you want the protein, the no protein, the blah, 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 all the bullshit, that the hoops that they make you jump through instead of just explaining what I want to eat to a human being, God forbid. Cost. Food was okay. I ate there 2 times. Both times, and you can see what I ate. The first meal, I had 2 salads and a smash burger without the bun. They put the lettuce, whatever. Okay, great. 6 ounces, supposedly, of meat. 3 ounces. I don't even think it was 6 ounces. So it was like, a little taste of meat, I presume. Okay, good. 6 ounces. Ends up 4 ounces. So I got to eat. I'm a freaking grown-ass man. You know what I'm saying? So the first go-round, I have 2 salads. You can see one of them. It was a Caesar salad. It was nothing but a pile of lettuce and 5 or 6 shavings of Parmesan cheese. And they forgot my chicken because I wanted some protein with it. But I didn't realize that till later, whatever. And then later I look on the receipt, they didn't even include, it wasn't there, even though I pressed the frickin' button. Okay. And then I also had a salmon salad. The salmon was in the salad. There's a couple other things. I got to say the dressings were good. And one of these smash burger things with no buns. Guess how much? $65. So it cost me $65 to fill my belly over there. Now, you could say, well, I just eat a smash burger. Well, again, I'm a grown-ass man. I got to eat food. It cost me $65 to basically eat the equivalent of fast food that I had to sit there and monkey around on my own freaking phone so I didn't have to touch the boogies on the screen. And, I got to tell you this. The music in there was so loud. I always complain about the music because it interferes with my live streaming, but at the same time, I wasn't live streaming and it was freaking insanely loud. It was like, I mean, nuts. I couldn't just sit there and eat. It was just a constant inundation of music that, number one, I didn't pick, that they chose for me to listen to during my meal. Take it freaking down a notch. Okay, meal 2. This time I'm like, I need more protein because that little freaking wafer, and you'll see in the video, that little wafer of ground beef, I call it chopped meat, didn't cut it. So this time I got 2 smash burgers with no buns and the extra pickle, extra, whatever it was, and 1 salad. And I figured, okay, I'm not going to screw around because even if that was a Caesar salad, I'm not with chicken. I'm not paying $20 for just lettuce and a couple of $27, whatever it was, 7 extra bucks for like 4 pieces of chicken this big. I'm just not, because I'm frugal like that. I don't like getting ripped off. Anyway, but it was good. The dressings were excellent. So I learned my lesson there, and I decided, okay, I'm going to get 2 of these freaking smash 'em up burgers and 1 salad. Guess how much that cost? $70. So I spent for 2 meals, and I did tip. I wasn't going to be a total dick about it. I put $10. $10. I'm not putting, they're recommending 20%, 25%, 30%. For what? I did most of the work myself. What do you want me to do? Go back and cook it too? I feel for the people back there. I got to say, they were all nice. They were all polite. Even though my food the first time around sat, this time I was ready. I was ready on my email. Is it ready? Is it ready? Freaking yikes. Okay, I paid $70. So for 2 meals, that was the equivalent of 2 meals. I only eat like twice a day anyway, so maybe it was a meal and a half, perhaps. But I'm a grown-ass man. I gotta eat. Almost $200 with the tip and everything. $200. Is it worth $75, $80 for what I just showed you on the screen? You decide. Was it good? It was good. I'm not going to say no. It was good. The people in there were cool. They were like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hook me up, bro. He's like, I got you, bro. They were cool. I don't say no. Value-wise, what other choices do you have? I mean, if you want to eat, there's no way of getting it fast. Salt and Ivy had a line, like people were going to vote. There was just a huge line there. So that wasn't a choice. And it probably would have cost me the same to sit down. So this seemed to be a more cost-effective and maybe time-effective alternate. Probably not so much. Anyway, it is what it is. So you do proper eats. Like I'm saying, food is not bad, but be prepared to put in your own sweat equity on your phone and whatnot in order to get what you want. And should it not be the way you want, I didn't know. Do I go back? I asked for chicken. I don't know what happened with your freaking app. And I just didn't want to get into it. So I suffered the $7 worth of chicken I never got to eat. However, it's up to you. It's up to you. Maybe that's not a lot, $75 for one meal in, for all intents and purposes, fast food. I mean, this whole food court, food hall, that's just a fancy way of getting more money out of you. Okay, they're not corporate brands. So yeah, maybe they have to charge a little more. But for all intents and purposes, it's, it's kind of fast food. $75 to get full. And then I'm tipping people on top of that for fast food. I didn't find the value in it. It was good nonetheless. You do you, and it is what it is. There goes proper eats. All right, now let's discuss Sky Suites as a whole and what I liked and or loved about Sky Suites. First of all, if you've ever been there, I'll admit, I do like the exclusivity of it. I like the private check-ins. I like the air of luxury. I like the extra security. I like the feeling of, I like being treated, and everyone there is awesome to you because you're staying in the Sky Suites. There's a little extra street cred that goes along with staying at the Sky Suites versus staying at the rest of the property. The people are accommodating for the most part. One little incident, but not bad. I was corrected about how many cups I was using to take coffee from the thing because I wanted a half calf. So I needed 3 cups. I had to do one, I had to do another, and I had to get a third one to do the mixing. And I got scolded by one of the employees there for utilizing too many cups. I'm like, well, if you had a half calf option, because I was doing Americanos and I was tanked out of my freaking brain like I am now, I wanted a half calf. There was no option. They have automated machines. So I got scolded. I literally got scolded, and I would say borderline, like, try to be embarrassed because they did it in front of like 30 people. Sir, you can't do that. Paying freaking $800 plus a room a night. I can do whatever I want with this freaking coffee cup, but I digress. But that's another thing I did like. The coffee dispensing machines opened at 6, I think closed at 10 p.m. They did a 2-stage buffet down there where they had some breakfast stuff and then they had cheese and whatnot afterwards. That was kind of neat. Now, could you get full there? That was just kind of for noshing. Now, you could sit there and skip proper eats and just eat down there, but that would be like gauche. That would be... Nah, you just don't do that. But it was a good thing that tied me over because now both times at Proper Eats, they don't open except for the breakfast place until 11. So yeah, I was up at like 3, 4, 5. I'm up early. I got to do what I got to do. I wasn't there just to hang out. I was there to work. So, and play a little bit, I'll be honest. However, that little bit of a spread out there did help, get me through till noon. I ate a couple pieces of cheese, blah, blah, blah. You see it up there, the whole bit. So yeah, I do like that. The other thing that I do like about staying there, but this is all inclusive of Aria as a whole. I did like the gym. I didn't go to the spa. I wasn't, whatever, spa. But I did go to the gym. Had to make some gains. I did some leg gains in there. The gym was clean. It was unobtrusive. They weren't pumping the music in like they did in proper eats. I could concentrate. I didn't have to turn my music up to 11. Got my leg gains in and whatnot, but it's spacious. Not a lot of people were using it, and it was clean too. And you can see the seating area. I'll pop a picture up. You can see the seating area outside. So I do recommend the gym if that is your thing. Now, moving on to the rooms. Well, the room that I stayed in. Now, they have they have penthouses, they have 2 bedrooms, and they have 1 bedroom. I was in the 1 bedroom. If you get the 2 bedroom, you get free pickup by, one of those Escalades, by the way, in case you're wondering. But the 1 bedroom, no. Okay. Pick me up with I don't know, like a 1982 Yugo, still spending a lot of money. Anyway, I digress. And stick around to the end. The very last thing that I'm going to tell you about what I didn't like is going to blow your mind. But anyway, let's get into what I did like about it. Number 1, it goes with the name. The views, Sky Suite. You're up in the sky. They're tall. You overlook the city. I put the night views in there, the day views. But, I'm not sitting there, scoping out everything. How you doing down there, peasants? It was more the fact that during the day, the amount of light that comes in there was just phenomenal. It was so conducive to waking up. It was so conducive to being in a good mood. And it was so conducive to working and getting shit done in there. Awesome. Love the amount of light. And I did appreciate the views too. I even did a live stream. You could see the views and they're beautiful. You go in there. I mean, not wholly for the views, but it is definitely an exceptional bonus to staying at the Sky Suites, the views. All right, another thing that I liked was, as you can tell in the video, it was very spacious. It was spacious. It reminded you of being, in a luxury 1-bedroom suite. It was nice, and it was modern. It wasn't like ultra modern, but it was fresh and new and clean. Like I said, I kind of dig the wallpaper. I thought that the live plants added, I can't even describe it. Something about having those live plants in the room added some atmosphere and some sense of home, some sense of tying the whole room together rather than everything sleek, marble, porcelain, mahogany, oak. Having those live plants made me feel good, probably make you feel good too, probably cleaning up the air a little bit. But I did like that. I liked the live plants. I liked modern. I liked how spacious the place was. I don't want to be confined. I want to move around a little bit, Again, I was there for a little bit of pleasure and a lot of work, so I was able to get a lot of work done and not get bored like I'm stuck inside 4 walls. So that was kind of cool. And I love the fact that there was seating everywhere. You had seats over here, seats over there. I could sit in the dining room. I could sit in the kitchenette. I could sit in the living room. I could even sit in the bedroom. I could sit in the bathroom. There was just seating areas everywhere. And I thought that was freaking cool. Okay, as you can probably tell in the video too, one of the things I really liked was how spacious the bathroom was. For me, I like a big bathroom. I mean, I don't care if it's taking up square footage from, say, a dining room or something. To me, a spacious bathroom, and I happen to have one spacious bathroom, is something I enjoy. I get some of the best thinking done besides the shower and all the rest of that, and the hot tub and, all those amenities in there, the large sink. There's just something about having the space, having the warmth, closing that door behind you. I get some of my greatest thinking done in the bathroom. I mean, the only thing I would add in there is probably some place to, plug in a computer or something, if I'm totally honest. I get a lot of work accomplished, and The typical stuff you do in a bathroom. The bathroom was big, it was spacious, it was accommodating. And like you saw in the video, you have no idea how much of an echo chamber it was. Now, I'm a big kid, so I kind of enjoyed it. I spent like, all the time I was in there going, echo, 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 and singing songs and shit, because your voice sounds great with a little reverb. Well, at least mine does. It's not great, but it sounds better with reverb. Anyway, I dug the spacious bathroom, and I bet you will too. Here's something. They actually took the time to print out a list, and I read it, both sides, of what is available for you to use in the room and what was available for you to, I wouldn't say take home as a souvenir, but they had no problem with it, like, puffing. Like, I read that list. They're like, don't take a freaking hair dryer. Don't take this. Don't take that. Don't take the iron. Don't take the ironing board. Don't take our towels. But they did it in a polite way. Then underneath that, they were like, and these items are complimentary, which means you could use them or, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But the list was extensive. All the shit, like they had that extra box you saw that was kind of coming apart a little bit, extra mouthwashes, they had dental kits for brushing, what else? The slippers, complimentary slippers. Okay, Aria, don't bill me for that. But you said they were complimentary, they're over there. Typical slippers. They didn't say the bathrobes were complimentary, because if you go down in the shop, they're like $199 or whatever, so that's not complimentary, but they're free for our guests to use. But the fact that they took the time to separate what was available for you to consume versus, just don't F with this stuff, I thought that was very polite. I thought that was a good thing. All right, back in the bathroom. There's two more bathroom things we got to talk about. One is, I love a steam shower, and that was a freaking echo chamber of a steam shower. It made it so good. I'm putting up another short soon. That's how I steam my clothes. I don't want to carry the steamer and all the rest of that. I travel light. You can see in there, just my Toomey bag. That was closed for 2 days. I'm just an expert. I'm an expert at packing all that. Anyway, steam shower. Hang the stuff in a steam shower, or even a regular shower, but steam shower even better. Turn it on. 2-3 minutes, your clothes is perfect. No ironing, no nothing. You hang it in the closet. Wrinkle-free. Pro tip. Steam shower was awesome. It was clean. I got to tell you that the entire bathroom was clean. I would have barfed if I saw a pube or, anything in there, but it was clean. I got to tell you, let's take it back a little bit. The entire room was clean. Even the air vents where the air conditioning is. Sometimes there's always dust and crust on them. Even that was clean. So this place was immaculate. But back to the bathrooms. Heated toilet seat. This goes into the category of love. I love that. Heated toilet seats. They had energy saver where, once you put your ass in them, it take a little while. You could feel it heating up, starting in the back, working its way around. Then you're like, yeah, heated seat. Or, I'm not paying. Well, I am paying for the electric, so I just turned off energy saver and it stayed warm the whole time. So cool, because you saw my temperature, 67 by day. I put it down as low as it'll go, 61, 59, whatever, to bed. I'm going to cover up. I just like it cool to sleep. And going into the bathroom and sitting on a non-freezing icicle freaking toilet was awesome. I loved sitting on that heated seat. Not only the heated seat, the floor in the little vestibule water closet where the toilet was, the floor was heated. So you're walking along the car and it's getting warmer and warmer and warm. Now you're in the little bathroom because it's got the glass door. It was a little bit warm, all that other type of stuff. That is cool. Plus they had soft close seats. I went out and purchased soft closing seats for my bathrooms. I like that. Not having to place them down, just going dunk. I mean, why didn't I never get them before? They're awesome. Soft closings. I mean, they were the softest ever. They were just and when they touched the porcelain, you could hear a mouse fart, it was just like, dunk. It was cool. All right. But it was also a bidet. What do I have to say about bidets? Yes, Bror Fredrik, use the bidet. I'm not a bidet guy. I don't have a bidet, but I'm like, let me try this thing, right? Press the button. Do you want the back wash? Do you want the front wash? Do you want oscillating? Do you want this? Do you want that? So I thought I set it up pretty good. I'm like, yeah, and this thing cuts on. I'm like, whoa, I nearly jumped out of my seat, yo. Ain't gonna lie. I mean, if it was, how would I say? If it was like a gentle rain, like a hand sprayer in the kitchen or something like that. If it was gentle and it just came up, I could see the utility of it. I mean, let's be real. Who doesn't want to be clean? However, this thing was like a freaking laser beam. I literally felt like I was being cut in half by a laser beam. It was just like, and I was like, what? I jumped up. I couldn't hit the escape button quick enough. I couldn't hit the off button quick enough. I was out of there. Never again. Would I not try a bidet again? But I would, yeah, I'm going to try one again, but I want, a little gentle water. I don't want to be split in half by like a plasma cutter. You know those water cutters that they cut steel with water? That's what I felt was happening to me. If you know what I'm saying. It was just like, no. But I love the heated seat. The heated seats were awesome. The heated floor was awesome. And the soft close was awesome. All right. The last thing on my list, which might sound picayune, but at the same time, it was kind of cool to me. See, you gotta judge what's important to you. I'm telling you what was important to me and what I didn't like and did like. And we're gonna get into what I didn't like soon. Okay, the lights. There was ceiling mounted, they call them hi-hat lights everywhere. I mean, there's probably 100. And you have near granular control, like near granular. Like in this room, if there was 10, you could put these on relax and shut those two off, put those on bright. I mean, you had like granular control over your lighting. And being a photographer in a past life for years and years, I appreciate light. I appreciate good light. I appreciate quality light. I appreciate the ambience and the mood that can be induced by proper lighting. This place has it. I mean, I set it up in the moods that I wanted and everything. This a little dim, that a little brighter. What would be cool would be motion detection. I mean, I have that in my place. I have the little thing. There's one over there I'm looking at. When I walk into a room, minimal light comes up. That way I'm not like, reaching around and all the other stuff. I walk in a room, it should light. I leave the room, it should close. You know what I'm saying? So that's throughout the house. That would be a nice addition. The other cool thing about the lighting was called good morning mode. The first day morning, it was a little shocking. You set it on good morning. You tell it what time you're getting up. So not only is it like, dun, 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 like a bugle wake up or whatever they have it set to, the lights come on. And after the lights come on, the automated curtains and all that light comes in and you're just like, bam. I could see that being like ass if you want to sleep in or whatever, but it was kind of a cool way to wake up. If you're choosing the proper thing to wake up to a little tiny bit of a shock to the system. I think they should have done it like snooze mode. They should have woke you up to like a little rainfall or something, a little mellow, and let you like kind of come out of your sleep and then hit you with the lights and everything. But still, nonetheless, it was cool. Probably something that I would do in my own place. So yeah, that was awesome. And those are the things I loved. I mean, that's a broad list. There's a lot to like about them, but that is the broadest and the most specific to me. Now, we are going to get into the things I really did not like or things that they could improve upon. And I know you're listening, Aria, so, don't take this as me bitching at you. Don't get butthurt, but take these as suggestions. That way you can make the next person's stay or my next stay even better. All right, here we go. You ready? All right, some of these might appear nitpicky, but again, it's about me. Some of them were a big deal. All right, you ready to get into it? Let's do it. Okay, first of all, tiny TV sets. Tiny, 40 maybe 48-inch TVs. But hey, Bror Fredrik, you're not there to watch TV. I want to watch a little bit of tube before I go to bed. Oh, and by the way, the channel selection blows. Anyway, I want to watch a little something. That's when I just shut off my brain. I don't have to think. My day is done. I am done thinking. I'm peopled out. I just want to watch penguins in Antarctica or whatever, or something that I'm not vested in. I want to see something. I want to just like shut my mind off for a second and digest some, I wouldn't say inane content, but anything, whatever. The TVs are tiny. Now you have this big giant California King, because that's what it was, bed. So that thing is 7 feet. You got another 4 feet, 5 feet between that and the dresser. The dresser's another 2 feet. So effectively, you're like, 15 feet or better to this 40-inch TV. Where's the binoculars? What am I, at the opera with them little freaking things over there? I couldn't even see the TV. I mean, you could see it once it's on, but it's like if you were watching YouTube with your phone like this. It's the equivalent of doing that versus something more comfortable. I literally had to get up out of the bed to go over and look at the menu. And I got good eyes. I got freaking eagle eyes, but I had to get out of the bed to see what the heck's going on the TV. Now, that might not bother you. Maybe you never even touch the TV, but I do. When I'm getting ready, I want to have the financial markets on. What is the S&P doing? Where's Bitcoin at? I want to see stuff. I want to hear stuff. I'm already, if I'm awake, I'm educating, and I'm learning something. So if TV is my avenue to do that, to put it on a 40-inch thing that I got to cross the room for, no. I think the one in the kitchen was a nice touch and the appropriate size, because it's all about scale. The closer you are, the smaller it can be. The farther back you are, the larger it can be. Aria, put some freaking 75 inches in there. What's it going to cost you? A couple $1 million? Okay. The living room, same way. Little tiny 48-inch TV, and you're 15 feet away. What's that? I don't know. Come on. Okay. But that's something they could fix. But if you don't care about TVs, you might not even notice. However, that was a thing. Okay. Another tiny thing that I could say kind of was a little bit irritating for one reason. Once I go into a room, I don't like having people come in it. I don't like having the room serviced. I tip nice at the end. I put something on the dresser there, like if, you know what I'm saying, leave a little something on the dresser. And I don't want you in my room. I want privacy. That's my place. I paid for it. I don't need anyone else in there. That's my space for the next, it's not even a weekend anymore. You check in at 4, you got to be leaving at 11. It's not even a freaking day. You don't even get a day in a hotel, any hotel anymore, but I digress. So, what does this have to do? Well, tiny garbage pails. Holy tiny garbage pail. They were literally, I didn't even have anything to represent it. You can see in the video, the garbage pail was like 6 inches by 6 inches by like 8 inches. What the heck am I supposed to put in there? Like, seriously, I don't want big frickin' industrial, Oscar the frickin' whatever garbage pails, but something. I mean, I have coffee cups. What am I supposed to do with all that stuff? Well, if you have someone come in and clean it, doesn't matter. I'm still going to put it in the garbage. I'm going to get the bag from Proper Eats. Maybe I paid $5 for that, embedded in the $70 price, but I'm using that for a garbage pail. I'm staying in a beautiful luxury place. I don't want to have a Walmart shopping bag freaking out there to put garbage in. You know what I'm saying? It's a little gauche. Aria, suggestion, up your garbage pail game. They don't have to be obnoxious. They were nice, but they could be a little bigger. Like a coffee cup. 2 coffee cups barely fit in the thing. Come on. I want a garbage pail. I just want a garbage pail. All right? You hear me? Okay. Now, the kitchen. 2 things about said kitchen. Number 1, and this is kind of a big one, no microwave. No microwave in a plus or minus 3 to 4 figure hotel room. No microwave. So I could not heat up the food. Well, you're not supposed. What is this design? So I have to go back down again and put my money in the buffalo or something? Why can you not give a microwave? I mean, that people want to heat their food up. Not everyone is going to sit there and zock everything. It's just a convenience. And for me, it's about coffee. You know, I want to be able to heat my coffee up. I don't want to go all the way downstairs again to get another cup of coffee for that 15-minute thing and then standing online, all this other. No, put a microwave in there. What's that going to cost you? 100,000 and put microwaves everywhere? Microwaves. Hook up some microwaves. You know, that's all I'm saying. You got drawers, and I'm supposed to use all those drawers. I'm not cooking. In Trump Towers, they have functional kitchens, so you do use the drawers. And in the drawers, they have silverware, they have strainers. I mean, it's set up, ready for you to go. Empty drawers that no one's ever going to use, but no microwave. Put the microwave in there, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, there was a spot under the counter that I showed you in the video that perhaps could have had a microwave in there. Maybe at some point there was, and it was removed. Maybe someone put it in their pocket. I don't know. Maybe it broke down. They didn't put another one because they feel no one's using it. I don't know. But my room, correct me if I'm wrong, did not have a microwave, and that sucked. The other thing that sucked, that kitchen. You saw that little countertop bar sink with the spout and everything? Didn't work. Did not work. Maybe at one point it did, but that's convenient. I gotta wash. Okay, I gotta wash the silverware. Okay, I like to rinse the coffee cups out before I put them in the garbage. That way the coffee isn't smelling like cat pee after, 12 hours of sitting there. But you know what I'm saying, right? Now I want to wash out the thing where the salad is. I didn't do it in the bathroom sink. What? I don't want to wash stuff in the bathroom sink. That's what a kitchen sink is for. Guess what? But it didn't work. Twisting. I'm looking, is it electronic? No. They just like welded that shit shut. So no, you can't clean anything in there. Maybe they don't want you in the room. Again, it might be my specific room. Maybe that thing busted down, but the knobs would not turn. They were just like, they weren't going anywhere. They just, I don't know, put some epoxy on them or some shit. So no water. If you want to wash something, you have to wash it in the bathroom. That is gauche AF. Trust me, it's gauche AF. But did that change the quality of my stay? No. It just would have been a convenience, and it just did not make sense that it did not have a microwave nor running water in a little kitchenette area. All right, we got one more to go before I hit you over the head with what I really, truly disliked about it. All right, it's not the quietest place. It is not the quietest place. I could literally hear people walking down the halls. Now, that's not abnormal, because most of the time you could hear the doors in most of these hotels like slammed shut like a vault, You can hear that. You can generally hear people, if they're talking loudly, they're, on the way back from wherever, and, they're laughing and joking. You can generally hear that. However, what I did notice, which I found a little bit peculiar, a little bit off-putting, because I thought people were in the room, you could hear the sounds of your neighbors coming through the vents. I shit you not. You could literally hear other people. I'm like, where are these people? So I'm putting my ear up to the AC return vents, and I can hear people, like one of them old-fashioned boats where they're talking into the thing and then the whole thing. I'm literally hearing other people. Literally hearing other people. Now, during the day, you'll probably never notice it, but at night, I was noticing it, and it wasn't, I sleep like a rock, but I sleep light at the same time, to noises from people. Like, I was just like, what? I thought people were in my room at some point. That sort of freaked me out a little bit. So be aware of that. It's not the quietest place I've ever stayed in, and that it just freaked me out a little bit, because this is the thing too. You can tell in that room that it was sort of like an echo chamber, right? So the sounds, maybe in another hotel, you wouldn't notice those sounds coming through the vents and whatnot. However, the fact that this place has echo to it, because it's got clean walls. It's got, porcelain floors, smooth walls. The ceilings aren't that high. you got the glass. So it's got reverb. It's got a little echo in there. So those voices at like 2, 3 in the morning, you know, if you got sensitive ears, you're going to notice that, you know. Never mind the people walking in the hallway. I've learned to tune that out because it's a freaking hotel. Of course, there's going to be people walking by. But that weirdness of in the room, that was a little weird. Okay. Are you ready for my number one? And I'm going to give you my overall impression after this, but this blew my mind and it might blow yours too. My number one complaint, and it's a big one, about the Aria, might be all the rooms. I don't think it was specific to my room. It might be all the Sky Suites. It might be Aria as a whole. But this is my number one complaint, and it's sticking in my brain. I have slept on planes. I have slept on trains. I have slept in automobiles. I have slept on boats. I have slept on couches. I have slept on floors. I have slept outdoors. I have slept on rocks. I've slept on dirt. I've slept on sand. I've slept on collapsed air mattresses. I've slept standing up. I've slept in this chair right here. I've slept in various places, in the cold, in the heat, north, south, east, west, spring, summer, winter, fall. I've slept everywhere. And every one of those places was infinitely more comfortable than an Aria Sky Suite bed. Oh my God. The most uncomfortable bed I've ever put my body in. I shit you not. That was, if I had launch codes in a suitcase, there's a possibility that if you put me in that bed long enough, I might give you the codes. It was terrible. Horrible. Those two words would be understatements for me. Now, if you like sleeping on hard-ass things, but I've slept on rocks. I've slept on concrete. And for some reason, I accepted the fact. My brain was just like, bro, you're on concrete, deal with it, you know? But you're in a bed. So my brain was like having a meltdown. You're in a bed, but it feels like you're sleeping on concrete. What's going on? Now, it is a memory foam bed, and I hate memory foam beds because you sit there and you kind of suck into it like you're being molded or cloned or something. And then, you know, all this type of thing. But it was beyond that. The memory foam wasn't deep enough for it to like suck you back in time. It was just stone freaking cold, uncomfortable. Uncomfortable on a level, an unparalleled level of uncomfort. I shit you not. Did it ruin my stay? No. However, I'm going to keep going here. The pillows. I'm fussy about my pillows. I will preface by saying that. I am extraordinarily fussy. I'm a side sleeper. I like the right angle here. You know, I don't like being, if I'm like this, I'm screwed. If I'm like that, I'm screwed. It's got to be perfect. You know, so I'm fussy about my pillows, but I could usually manage. You know, you fluff them up, you do this, you do that. Them fucking pillows. Like, I was trying to describe it on the live stream. What is that certain type of plastic that if you put they just invented, if you put your finger in it, your finger goes down, but if you punch it, you break your hand. It's got some type of energy properties to it. That's how these pillows were. Like, they're like, oh, nice pillows. But if you put your head on them, it's like, what do I got, a freaking cinder block in here? The first night with those pillows, they're like a memory foam with a faux, they almost felt like down, but not really. And the first night, I woke up with a migraine. I mean, I went downstairs and did 2 shots of espresso standing on light. I didn't get yelled at for that, but I just did 2 shots of espresso to clear my capillaries. I mean, I woke up in pain between that hard-ass bed and those freaking torture chamber level pillows. Oh my God. No, it doesn't even stop there. So you got the cover, the duvet, the comforter, It's like, there's like 7 layers of different things, but they're all thin, and one of them's like an envelope, and they got something else, like a down comforter shoved in there, and da-da-da, all this other stuff. They don't have like a comforter. You know, they had that little shit at the end, but it's just like all white and whatever. And I gotta say, the sheets were clean. The sheets and the pillowcases were clean. There was no spunk or funk on them. Okay. But this combination of whatever the hell it was weighed like more than me. I literally felt like someone was holding me down. Now, I have special air transferring. I sleep on microfiber because I just like the airflow. I like to keep cool in bed. Not so much the case with this. And like they were thick sheets, but they weren't like, you know, those 1,000 thread ones or whatever. I mean, they were just like, oh, do you need any wood sanded? I could sand some wood with that shit. Doesn't end there. I felt like someone was sitting on my frickin' chest the entire time. That whole combination of whatever it happened to be was like 100 pounds. I mean, I was trying to watch that microscopic TV across the room with my feet straight up. Now, mind you, I pulled it out. They had it in there so tucked, you know, like you weren't escaping that. So I pulled it all out to give it some room. You know, maybe that'll make it better. So I have my feet straight up at the okay. After a while, I felt like my toes were being crushed. I think I could take a slightly smaller shoe now, because that freaking thing compressed my feet. So I got to turn my feet to alleviate the pain of whatever that was. And I'm like, am I nuts? Am I literally crazy here? Could this possibly be that bad? It was that bad for me. It was that bad for me. That was horrendous. That first night sleeping there, I was like, I've slept all over. I've slept all over the country, all over the world, various cities, various hotels. Marriott has the nicest beds. Shout out Marriott. However, my goodness. I mean, that first morning, that first day, I was just like, F this. What am I was considering sleeping on the couch. But then I had an idea. I was like, I took the pillowcases off the pillows, went and got the couch, the accented couch pillows, not the cushions, but the pillows that were on the couch, stuffed those inside the pillowcases and slept on those, because that wasn't that weird frickin' science fiction break your hand frickin' plastic, in order to get some sleep. And I had to keep one arm underneath the pillow and push it, like to adjust the fluff to it. So I spent the whole night like manually adjusting to avoid a frickin' migraine. Oh my God. That was bad. That was bad. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. But again, it was bad for me. If you like hard, if you like, you know, being strapped into your bed, not only is a bed like a rock, but this thing is holding you down. I felt like Gulliver. You know, remember that story when you were kids? Gulliver Travels, and they had, you know, he was the giant, and they had the people sit there and they tied him down. That's what I felt like. And then I'm watching this tiny TV on top of that. So what did I do the next night? I stayed out as long as possible. I stayed out till like 3 a.m. till I was like ready to fall asleep, you know, just walking around the crystal shops and shit. And then I finally was like, second morning was not so bad, but wow. Yes, I'm fussy. Yes, I happen to have a comfortable bed. Yes, I happen to have comfortable pillows. Yes, I happen to have sheets that I like, a comforter that I like, a blanket that is not only warm, but I could still feel air passing through it if I have my air conditioner on, because I get hot easy. I have Nordic blood. But it's not on me 100%. I want to hear your experiences down in the comments if you thought the same. Or maybe you think I'm nuts. But the most uncomfortable bed and pillow I have ever slept on. The most uncomfortable surface I have ever slept on. I shit you not. Surface. And I've slept on rocks. And I didn't have the same problem as that bed, because maybe I accepted I'm on rocks. I wasn't ready to accept that I'm in this luxury suite in the most uncomfortable bed on earth. Aria, I love you guys, but those beds. I mean, I'm going to ask next time, do you have different beds in each room? And I want to find out. Or if you work for Aria, drop a comment or reach out to me personally, because I want to be able to say that was the best sleep of my life. Oh my God, from the moment I walked in that place, I had nothing but the best experience except for sleeping. I don't want to tell people that, but I have to. Aria. So let me know, was it just that room? Did you upgrade to nicer beds and better pillows elsewhere? I don't know. You let me know. Because, I don't want to give you a bad rap, but those beds sucked. They sucked the bag. Now it is time for me to give you my overall opinion and impressions. I love the place. Yes, I just ragged on that bed hard. But overall, it was a great experience. I liked the Aria. I loved the room, except for those couple of things. But as an experience, as an entire experience, from check-in to check-out, the experience is elegant. It's gentleman and gentlewomanly. They treat you well. There's an air of a little bit of sophistication, but not stuck-upness, not being crammed down your throat. Everyone in there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how are you, sir? The security, they give you a proper bro nod. You know what I'm saying? Check the room card. Yeah, it's different. It's a nice experience. Now, you could say, well, hey, Bror Fredrik, I don't really care about all that, because what do I want out of a hotel room? I'm in Vegas, I'm partying, I'm just there. I just need some place to shit, shower, and shave. The 3 S's. I get it. Sometimes I got to go to a convention. I got to go here, got to go there. I just want a place where I can shit, shower, and shave too. I get that 100%. But if you want to treat yourself, if you want to step out of that comfort zone, if you have a little more time to slow down and smell the roses and whatever, and treat yourself, you feel different. You feel different staying in a place like this. It changes your mind, just like, say, clothes makes a man and all that. I feel like $1 million in this suit, or in this, not me, in this dress. A lady might say, I just feel better. You will feel better. You will, just being surrounded in that environment, you feel better. Your outlook's a little better. There's a little more pep in your step. You feel, even downstairs, you're seeing other people who are in the sky suites, down in the lounge. They have a private lounge and whatever. And they're, a little more than a bro nod. Good morning. Good morning to you too. It's like, it's nice. It's nice. I'm not going to say it's not. And I'm not snotty and whatever. I mean, a little bit, but I'm just a regular guy. So I appreciate the luxury of the sky suites. I ain't gonna lie. So if you want to treat yourself once in a while, especially if you're paired with someone, or you're having someone come over, but not one of them frickin' Ambers from downstairs, don't do that. I saw a lot of that going on. Dudes bringing Ambers up to the sky suites. Don't do that. You're looking to get robbed or worse. Just don't. However, I recommend it. Despite the bed situation, I recommend it. It was a great experience, start to finish. I know everyone's going to say how much, because I got that in the last one. How much? Well, the cheapest sky suites start at about $800 plus, the fees and the taxes and the resort fees and all the rest of that crap. So plus or minus $1,000. And they go up from there. I mean, they have strip views, cost more. Mountain views cost less. Lower cost less. Higher cost more. And this is the 1-bedroom. So yes, they are not cheap. But if you're only coming to Vegas once in a while and you want to feel good while you're in Vegas, go check them out. I mean, yeah. And like I said, they treat you good. And that was my review of my experience at not only Sky Suites, at Aria, but Proper Eats also. And I want to hear your experiences down in the comments. And now I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, my channel is almost completely fan-funded. I'd appreciate that. You can hit me up with some super thanks. You can click on any of the links in the description below. And you can also check out my streaming platform, which is heybrorfredrik.com, where I am completely raw and completely uncensored, and we could talk about all the stuffs. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I hope to see you there. There's a link in the description for that too. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.